Daniel Robinson here. I'm the father of geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson. I just want to say happy afternoon, good afternoon to some, and good morning to others. Uh, Good morning, A-team. But just wanted to say this is a really quick video. I have something I have to do really quick. I just want to remind you guys that I have a search for my son for April the 12th. April the 12th, and this search is based on information I received, and it's a lead. So, based on the lead, and it also is based on area that I was unable to get searched in the past. Saying when the funding had run dry and I had to end up leaving Arizona, that was a little small, incomplete area. Just want to get those as well, if depending on how many volunteers I get out there on the ground. So, but this search that I'm having on the 12th is very important. It's important to follow a lead when you have one. And so hopefully we get some answers and things like that. But I do have a request from a family who have a missing loved one as well while we're out there searching. Of course, one of the last things we want to find, even in my situation, my son, we don't want to find our loved ones out there. Despite the fact that we have found human remains out there and brought closures to other families, but we will be searching. We'll be doing line searches. So, of course, in the course of those things, if things come up, of course, the way the website is set up, in real time, we send those information out to Buckeye Police Department, who can confirm or not of those human remains, and and also who those remains, belongs to. So, again, we have search on the 12th. It's very important. I am trying to do everything I can to make sure I complete that, and also the fact that I will be in Arizona for a while to engage with law enforcement. That is something I've been doing for the last couple of years now, to force law enforcement to do a full, complete forensics makeup on Daniel's items. I'm still housing these things, and these things need to be processed properly, need to be processed fully. Anytime law enforcement right now can say, "Hey, we don't have any more leads," so that's a false statement. Leads come from things like processing, so you can find information to follow. So I would be there to press them on that. I need you guys' help as well. And one way of doing so is a couple of things. I'm going to take you guys to the website really quick. To please help find Daniel website. If you guys are following along with me, those who are here, who've been on the website before, you're familiar with it, but I definitely want to still put it up here. To please help find Daniel website. When you come on the page, you have a couple of things here. Sign a petition. I still need that. That's you guys saying, "Hey, look, I have Mr. Robinson's back," and whatever he's doing, I'm definitely there with him. It helps. It helps. Believe it or not, those things are actually helpful when I engage with law enforcement. Of course, and I'm just trying to get to this point of while I'm there in Arizona, what you guys could do is request these flyers, and also you can print flyers. Requesting flyers is free to you. Printing flyers is helping us, when it comes to resources. Flyers are very expensive. You guys have seen the video I have posted live I did last to show you guys how much it costs to run those flyers the time I was actually out there in Arizona, and keep these flyers going. But I can tell you guys, the flyers are very important. So I really want you guys to really, if you can, request these flyers. Also, like I said, you guys who are out there printing those flyers, I really appreciate it, because the flyers help out. I'm gonna show you an example. I got flyers. I have two different sizes. I have the larger size flyers, and also I have the smaller size flyers. But these flyers are going across the country, different states. This is right here in Louisiana. I have also was able to actually post flyers for me, and also get flyers around. We have other officers as well posting Daniel's flyers. So these flyers are getting everywhere. Again, we have the larger size, and also we have the smaller size. You are probably familiar with the size here. But what I'm saying, the flyers is everywhere. We are really, you get those flyers out there, so it's very important for me to be able to get those flyers out. So again, please request the flyers when you can. Those flyers, like I said, need to go out, because those generate leads, is also generate help. I need all the help I can. I need people. So whenever people hear about Dan's case, they're on the lookout. Somebody have information out there. I like to say this all the time. Someone's coming down Sun Valley Parkway on June 23rd, 2021, leaving town in a U-Haul, or on the way to the airport to move to a different city to leave Arizona. And once they got into their city, now they live in Little Wissy, Georgia, a little small town. And you guys are getting those flyers out there, and this person run into a flyer at a gas station or a grocery store, or you handing it to them out in your community. And then they say, wait a minute, it jogs their memory about something they saw on Sun Valley Parkway. And to tell you the truth, you guys, this is how the search that I have on the 12th has come to be as well. You know, it's come from an eyewitness account and also some information that will lead to possibility of finding Daniel if he's out there. Again, I don't want him out there in that situation, but you know, hey, if he's out there, I have to bring my son home. So I need your help on that. But my efforts has been continued. I have not stopped efforts to find my son. I have not stopped efforts to fight for his justice. When you come to pleasehelpfinddaniel.com, you see all the information there, volunteer in other ways. The donation tab that's really been helpful to everything I do and keeping my boots on the ground. You guys seen the previous video. I show you my boots on the ground. Boots on the ground meaning that I'm engaging with law enforcement. I'm on the ground being effective. Because one thing for sure, and I tell families all the time, again, if you're not engaging with law enforcement in their face, they can tell you anything on the phone. So, you know, I'm a person that's face to face, and I want to make sure I'm engaging to make sure that my son's case is not going into a cold case status. Because again, we just have forensics that need to be processed properly. Don't mess up the chain of custody to make sure that you know we get all the answers that we can from available information that's there. And that is the DNA stuff. So again, I need your help when I say, you know, guys, I'm already pushing that the funding to keep going, get things going, keep my boots on the ground like I am when I get before the search, to engage with law enforcement and to also do the search when needed. Now, one thing I can tell you guys I'm really happy about is I was able to get the Buckeye Police Department to help along with the search this time. So on April the 12th, for those, I will be excuse me, my phone's going off. I will have a search on the 12th, but that would be including the Buckeye Police Department. When I say including the Buckeye Police Department, I was able to talk to the detective there, and he's a new detective in Daniel's case. He's Detective Justin Adams, and he's willing to help out in the search. You know, he went to his higher command. I'm sure Chief Sanders, and they will have some dogs out in search in the specific area that I need them to search. This is also based on a lead. So I have two leads that I'm working on out there. One that you guys will be helping me with. We'll be doing a line search. The other lead is for law enforcement to search a specific area that you guys will not be part of, because, you know, of course, dogs need their own space. And so we have the dogs on the ground. You guys will be on the ground with me. That comes out. And also, if we have enough volunteers, it'll be a second area. So we'll probably end up having like two command centers. One search would be up north, and one search would be west. So I'm definitely going to put those together for you guys who coming out there, and I really need your help. But you guys know I have been working hard and tirelessly to fight for my son, from doing things like going to Crime Con, where I met the Petito and Round family. Of course, we are on stage together. So the advocacy work was out there. This is 2023. I did in 2024. Well, excuse me, 2020. That was Orlando, but I also did it in Las Vegas as well with the Tito family, the Round family, to bring awareness to domestic violence to missing Americans. So the efforts is there. The efforts are there. You guys know that I've been fighting really hard for other families, having things like visuals where I've met families to highlight their stories as well. So I put these things out here to say, hey, look, these are efforts that I have been doing. I have not stopped, and I'm continuing to do so, but I definitely need your support. Again, you also know about the searches. The searches that if I go, I definitely have the searches out there for my son and for many where we found human remains. I'm trying to get the sound off you guys, but had searches out there for and brought home families, saying gave them closures that sometimes we don't want those kind of closure, but we gave them a form of closure. Is something that we don't wish for, but at least those families know where their loved one are. So it's been fruitful, is what I'm saying. The searches and the efforts been fruitful. Though I have not found my son, but it's been fruitful for other families. Again, I have a request from a family member now asking, hey, why are you out there? They don't have the resources to do a search right now. And while you're out there, they had a loved one went missing in the near area. And it was asking me if we could have a lookout for their loved one as well. And I told her, look, we're out there. We found human remains in the past. I'm sure if human remains out there, we'll find it this time. But I did tell the family, I hope it's not their loved one, because nobody would wish that for their loved one to be lying there on the ground. So you can see the volunteers here. This is an example of what line searchers look out there in the desert. We kind of scared her out. We have a social distance. We have a scanning of our lane, but we walk side by side to get out there and just try to cover as much ground as we can. It depends on how many people we have on the ground, how much area that we can actually cover. So it's very crucial and it's very important if I can get as many people as I can to come out to the search on April the 12th. And those who cannot come, you can support by donating. We need the funding and also your prayers. We need your prayers as well. And also to share, to get other people to come out to the search. If you're in Arizona and it's easier for you to get there, if you know someone that's in Arizona, say, hey, look, they have a search out there April 12th in the morning. I am expecting to have the search started. I'm giving you guys a definitive time. And give me a few more days. I want to make sure I lock that down because of weather. But it should be around 7:45 in the morning, or it could be 6:45. I'm just trying to get that weather part of it straight to make sure that the start time will be the time where I can keep the volunteers safe. Again, keep the volunteers safe is very important to me. It's the number one thing. So that's the reason why I even trying to make sure I have the desert equipment. That's why I have the command center and the people in place for your emergency situations as well, to make sure everybody's safe. That's why I'm glad to have the Buckeye Police Department out there on the ground as well. That will keep us in a certain safety as well. So again, thank you to everybody who's planning to come out there to the search. Those who have already came out to the search, those who have donated, those who have passed out these flyers, those who, again, I want to go back real quick to the website. I forgot one point. And also those who come down on the website and join in on this mail-in protest. The mail-in protest there, again, is very important. I'm going there. I told you guys I'm going there before the search, and I'm engaging with law enforcement. This is part of that protest. The protest has been going along to keep them engaged and also to press them to get this forensics done. Like this one right here, this is my favorite. I always show this the most. If Daniel was a cop, what would justice do? We demand the same treatment in Daniel's case. If Daniel was one of your own, we demand a criminal investigation into the disappearance of geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson. What do we want? We want justice. And when do we want it? We want it now. You have the other PDFs as well. So again, these are picket signs, that you guys are mailing in. So that's to keep Daniel's case. While I'm out there fighting for Daniel, you'll mail them to these addresses here. You got Chief Robert Sanders. You also got Sheriff Jerry Sheridan, if I say Sheridan, if I say his name correct. But these are the two people that they were going to. You address it to them, and we're trying to get thousands of them every week out there into Arizona to make sure they know, hey, look, we got people backing Mr. Robinson, and we demand justice. We all know this is a criminal case. We all know that we have foul play in this case. We all know that that vehicle is a stage event. Somebody put it there. It wasn't driven in there by my son. We have too much evidence that says otherwise. While Buckeye trying to hang their hat on some hard hat with water in it. So that's the crazy part about that. So again, you guys, I really need you guys to continue to engage and to be in support of everything I'm doing. I am doing the best I can. I'm even run for Congress to make sure that I'm fighting for all Americans who's going missing out here in this country, because I have some legislation I would like to see passed, and I'll be pushing those things as well. And I'm running in my state again. You guys know I'm running next year, and I will be going up for election again. I lost my last election, but I'll be going up again November. I think it was November 5th last year. I think it's now going to be November the 10th or somewhere around there. But definitely during that time for midterm elections, you guys, and definitely need you guys support on that as well to make sure that we take the seat and that we get some things done, and not just for my state, but like I said, it's definitely for the country and as well as missing Americans. That's why I'm really pushing hard to make sure that we are fighting for those who are lost. And we get 600,000 Americans missing every year. Through over 3,000 a day, to over 2,000 are children. It's a crisis that we have to address, and want to make sure that we're doing that. So again, thank you guys. I really appreciate your time. I have to jump off. I'm looking at my watch. I keep getting these alerts, but I need to get off, and I really thank you guys for your time. And I hope you have yourself a blessed evening. Again, like I always say, a blessed rest of the day. Like I always say, hey, look, hug your loved ones, hold them tight, don't let them go. We got a little disagreement with them. Make sure that you tell them that you love them, but you cannot talk with them right now till you guys get over whatever beef and whatever going on. But make sure you tell a person you love them, because it could come down to a chance. And I hope you guys, it don't happen to you, but it comes down to a point where 2 days prior to, like, my son went missing. 2 days prior was the last time I was able to tell him I love him, for him to tell me he loved me back. And then here it is now. I don't think I can hear, try to remember Daniel's voice. And it's hard trying to make sure you don't lose that person's voice by listening to old voicemails, old videos, and things like that, just to hear that sound and listen to old messages. It's hard. It's very hard. So again, hold everybody that you have hold dear, and love everybody that you can. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. I also want to thank the volunteers that come out here every weekend, volunteering their time.
Raise your hands real quick. Go to look down the line, you know your lead. Please raise your hands. Keep your hands in the middle.